Well, first time, like, are you DJing in Atlanta? First
I'm
time?
DJing tonight, yeah, I'm DJing tonight. But it's definitely not my first time in Atlanta.
Right.
I mean, I have family out here, so I've been going out here ever since I was a little kid.
Okay.
So I love it out here.
Exactly. So let's speak real quick, man. You know, when you talk about your approach, like, you have so many different artists you work with, from Allow to Ghostface to Souls of Mischief. Do you approach each of those different, or do you try to keep it the same?
I mean, there are certain things I do that are similar, and certain things I do that's different. So when I'm working with an artist like Bilal, he's the type of person that is at his best when you throw chords at him. You throw integral chord changes his way in order to pull different melodies out of him.
Okay.
So when I'm making a track for him, I want to just stuff it with just ill chords. But when I'm working with a Ghost, I don't want to have to make chords. I want him just to rip freely. I don't want him to have to be distracted by a chord change here or a chord change here. So it's like I like it to be a little more simple with the chords, but still heavy on production. So it all depends on who I'm working with. You know? It's like my job as a producer is to try to give the vocalist something that will bring the best out of that. Okay, so kind of fluid situation at times.
Exactly. I got you. Today's R&B, speaking of Bilal and everything, how do you feel about the current state of today's R&B, and what are you listening to?
Well, I always tell people that I don't listen to any modern music, and modern music to me is essentially music that was made after '97. Okay. I have a record store in downtown LA called the Art Studio, and new music to me are records I have never heard before. So it's not to say that modern music is garbage. It's just that it doesn't inspire me, generally speaking. Okay. So I just pay attention to records, you know. So it's like me doing this album with Bilal. I'm not comparing him when I'm creating production to, you know, like a Miguel or somebody else, because I don't even listen to him, and that's no diss towards him. I actually like him. I think he's dope. It's just nothing else exists to me except old music. You know what I'm saying?
It conjures up that, I guess, soulful feeling, or just reminiscent.
It's a level of execution. You know, the level of execution back then was on a way higher level than what it is today.
Even from the whole, we call it the prepping and stuff like that.
Everything. Like, you know, bringing in live string to record the tape, or bringing in a horn section, or just literally having a song arranged with complex chords and bridge and an ill structure instead of just noises put together to make a beat for a stripper to dance to. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. You know? So it's like the approach. My approach to R&B is kind of like how they did it back in the day, but through the scope of what the golden era of hip hop taught us. As far as we could use this source material, which is essentially music, soul music, jazz music, created in '68 to '73, but synthesize that with what the RZAs, what the Primos, what the Ali Shaheeds did, the music, which is, you know, creating a fatter bottom end, enhancing the drums, you know what I'm saying, like making that kind of music with these new perspectives on it for an audience in 2015.
Can't go wrong with that. I had to ask you about, you know, in regards to your fashion, because I know, like, when you travel to a city, I know you go to record stores. Is that the same thing when it comes to shopping as well, the clothing and everything?
Like, I went to record stores out here.
Right. I saw you at Boots.
Yeah. But I mean, I like shopping. I love shopping, and it's like I always say, the reason why I love shopping so much is because I love quality. You know, so it's
finer things.
I love quality, whether it's vintage, whether it's new. I just love quality. That's why. My studio is all old hardware. It's made in quality. There's no microchips. It's all discrete components. It's Class A. It's rich. It's American. You know. Right. It's quality. It's classic American. So when it comes to fashion, I love quality.
What's attention to detail, kind of similar to the way you produce.
Absolutely. I always say how somebody dresses should be. It's not always, but it should be a reflection of who they are as an artist. So if you're an artist and you dress a certain way, that should represent you. So it's like with me, I like to wear fine tailored clothing because I want people to perceive my music that way. So
I definitely get it.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. And then like I said, you know, I met you, I remember speaking with your cousin, and she was mentioning your music and stuff like that, and with family and everything. And you know, you having a lawyer background, did that attention to detail kind of get started with that as well, or kind of like knowing, because as, when you do law, you can't have you gotta cross your T's and dot your I's.
Yeah, well, I've never, just for purposes of this, for clarification, I've never practiced. I was, I have my degree, I have my JD, and I was a law professor for 3 years.
Okay, I got you.
So it's like I've always been embedded in that, and my father's an attorney as well. But for me, I always, when I was young, I aspired to be a politician and an attorney. And when I actually started college, I started realizing how much of a passion I actually had for the arts. And that consumed me more than my academics. So I wanted to finish the academics because I love academics.
Well, you want to finish it.
Oh yeah, I love it. I was a professor, so I love it. But I love nothing more than music. You know what I'm saying? So that's my passion. So I just decided just to go full force that way, and so far it's been great.
That's funny you said that too, because even kind of like I have a degree in a BA in visual arts, but I gained a love for radio and for things like that, and it's like people all the time are like, but that's how you do the painting or drawing. I still do, but I just have a passion for it and
documenting what you love.
Exactly.
It's like you feel like, just like me, like I love creating new paths for artists. I love creating new paths for myself.
You're working with some great people too.
I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying? Like this is all like, it's as if somebody's writing a book, but I'm living the book that they're writing. These people I'm working with, stuff that's happening, and it's special. It's a novel time for Black urban culture, because I feel like there's disparity as far as the intellect is concerned. You go back to some Marvin Gaye, to Miles Davis, to Stevie Wonder, to Prince, to Michael. The level of intellect was high in music. Right now, a lot of that soulful music doesn't have that. And it's like I want to be one of those people, or I aspire to be one of those people that helps to bring it back to the level. Not rehashing all music, but just going back to that level of appreciation.
And in closing, I would just like to say that as well. What I appreciate about you is it's not so much you're sitting here and it's like, okay, he's trying to remake Earth, Wind, and Fire, things like that. You might be taking the same steps in the process, but it's totally you. And that's what you're going for. Instead of sitting there, because sometimes you want to pay homage. They pay homage too much in the sense. Okay, you can pay homage, but like you're really kind of maybe just following their blueprint.
I cannot stand people that rehash. That stuff been done already. And when it was done before, generally speaking, it was progressive for the time. But it's like it's been done. So what are you gonna do now? You can look back to move forward. So if you're looking back, how are you gonna push that forward? And to me, that's what's special about the kind of music I make, and the kind of music that other people make that are along the same trajectory. That's basically what I try to do. Try to make something new by looking back.
And lastly, you want to tell the people anything that you need to check out or go for, anything upcoming, or how can they get in contact with you?
So if you want to contact me, just hit me up on Twitter or at Facebook. It's at Adrian Younge, and that's Young with the E at the end of Young. And as far as upcoming albums on the label, Linear Labs. Just this week we released something called Linear Labs Los Angeles, which features new music as well as some of my old catalog on it. So it's essentially a sampler. And by the end of 2015, I'll have 4 albums out. And one is the album with Bilal called In Another Life. Another is called The Midnight Hour with Ali Sheikh Muhammad. The other is Something About April Part 2, because I did Part 1, and that was sampled by like Jay-Z to Primo to Common and Talib and a lot of different people. And then the last album is Ghostface 12 Reasons Why Part 2. That's going to be out there next month.